Welcome, everyone, to Thursday Night Live. If you think you hear a fan blowing in the background, you do, because like everywhere else in the country, it's about 100 degrees here today. So I had to keep my fans going so I don't overheat here. Glad to see everyone here. Let's see, here's retired Navy Rob and Jeff Davis. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for being here. We are going to take a look at a small group of graded obsolete notes tonight. Now, these are not notes that I sent in for grading. These are notes I bought already graded. So let me slip this out of the way. I'm also trying a new camera out tonight, or a different camera. I guess it's not new, but you guys let me know if you can see this okay. Sorry for the glare. There's always glare no matter what you do, but just so you can see the note. This is a $50 bill from the State Bank, South Carolina. Let's see, this one's dated, I believe it's 1859. We are told that this is a Roman senator over here on the left. I always thought it looked a little bit like George Washington, but they don't say that. They just say Roman senator. Have a Native American family here on one side of the cotton shield. And then on the other side, we have a woman with a globe and several, as it says, youths or children. Says, let's see, woman and youth globe. All right, well, and a lady swimming down here. I always find vignettes like that amusing. Looks like a steamship over here. So let's turn this one over. That's right. There's something on the other side of this one. You don't often see backs on obsoletes, but this one has one. Hello, Chi-Town Currency, Sneaky Pierre. Good to see you here. All right. Let's take a look at the next note. This one is from the Bank of the State of South Carolina. Another $50 bill. Got a sort of Roman medallion head over here. And this vignette is simply described two women with state shield. Looks like more than that going on to me, but that's what it's described as. This one does have the red 50 overprint. You can find them without that. So something to look forward to. They are about the same value, though, or at least for now. Personally, I think the ones without the overprint are probably a little rarer, but I want you to look carefully here at this 5-0. Look at the cherubs. I'm going to pick this note up and bring it a little closer. Hopefully you can see that. Not sure if that's better or worse, but see the cherubs sort of built into the numbers. Always thought that was really cool. This one's graded 25 by PCGS, which is a really good grade for an obsolete, or a circulated obsolete, I should say. Nothing on the back of this one, I'm afraid. Let's go to the next note. This one is also a $50 bill. This one on the Planters Bank of Fairfield. It's down in Winnsboro's, I guess about 40 miles north of the state capital. Have Roman goddess Sears over here, goddess of agriculture. Have a lady seated with state shield, a cotton plant, good old Calhoun overseeing everything. And Old Hickory, Andrew Jackson, over here on the right. I like this note. This is a fairly rare note. You don't see a lot of these. I've been fortunate enough really to run up on two of them, but I think that's a bit unusual. My other note is I sent it in to PCGS for grading. And I guess this is as good a point as any to mention this. Personally, I think when it comes to obsoletes, having the note graded, I think makes an obsolete a little more desirable. Now, that's not true of all notes, but for obsoletes, because there's so many of them, having them classified and graded, I think makes them easier to sell, and it's certainly something I look for when I'm buying. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on that subject, so feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. And let me know what you think about these notes and what I'm attempting to do here every Thursday night. Now this note is a little bit older. This is a $5 note from the Merchants Bank of Cheraw, South Carolina. This is from about 1850. Let's see. Look at my notes here. Got General Sumter here on the left, General Greene on the right. These are South Carolina Revolutionary War heroes. And this vignette is titled Woman with Staff and Eagle on Shield. Now, I'm going to try, let me try something here. I don't know if this will work or not. If this brings it up a little bit, might make it a little easier for you to see it. Something I noticed on this shield, there are 13 little circles with what appears to be an emblem representing each of the 13 colonies that go around that shield. I actually really just noticed that today, but I thought, wow, is that not something to engrave? And of course, the ship out there in the distance, it's really something. Let's see. Let me check a few of the comments here. Edward says he's never seen that Planters Bank before. It's very cool. Good evening, Dan. Thank you for being here. He says, is that the same bank as our 25? Yeah. The one before, yes, the Planters Bank, that 50 was. Yes, it was. Thank you guys for agreeing with me about the grading. Dan, Sneaky Pierre, and Retired Navy Rob said they agree. Getting them makes them easier to know what you're getting. I agree. Yeah. Sneaky Pierre says depends on the note. I agree with that. Hello, Star Atlanta. Glad you're here. These vignettes on the side too. You have the monument over here, and then this is simply described as two angels. But hopefully you can see this clearly. Okay. Sort of the last note of the evening. I just sort of put this in at the end. You'll all recognize this, of course, because I've talked about it a dozen times, the sweet potato vignette. But this is revenue bond script. Let me pull this down a little bit, see if I can do something with the glare. Hold it at an angle. Revenue bond script from 1872. So this is a little bit different. This is script, not a banknote, but it looks the same. We've got General Sumter and Moultrie and Francis Marion offering the British officer a sweet potato dinner. Again, all South Carolina Revolutionary War heroes. But I think this is a beautiful note. It's a very popular note. Certainly, this is a note a lot of people look for and add to their collections. I'm not sure everyone realizes there are actually, let's see, 4 different types. The 1861, which is actually a banknote, and then an 1866, an 1872, and an 1873, which are script. This one's graded 64, choice uncirculated, which you can find. These notes are really not that hard to come by. There are plenty of them around. A note like this, even graded, sells generally between $100 and $150. So they're not terribly expensive. That is a nice back, isn't it? Very nice. Well, I want to thank all of you, as always, for being here. I hope you've enjoyed looking at these graded obsoletes. Hope you've seen something you like, something you might look for. And I hope all of you have a very happy 4th of July weekend. Not sure how well this is going to come through, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. I hope all of you have a safe and happy 4th of July. I want to say happy birthday to our nation. Please like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for stopping by. Good night, everyone.